Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bella Souls with
Drake from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Drake, it's been a while, man. How you been?
It's been a while. I've been good.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
Yeah. I see you brought a really cool looking board game. What do we got today?
Yeah. So this is one of our newer things. It's called Builders of Blankenburg.
Blankenburg.
And it's kind of worker placement-ish, Euro-style city building, economic kind of game.
Awesome. I like the city building games and the worker management. Those are always fun.
Yeah. And this one's actually a little bit different in that you are not playing as the kind of grand architect assigning your people. The game's the grand architect, and we are all the workers who are getting placed.
Interesting.
So we're competing to be the best darn worker we can be and impress Mr. Bossman.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good twist on the worker placement thing. I'm very curious. Let's take a look inside the Builders of Blankenburg. All right, it's time for Builders of Blankenburg. I'm pretty excited about this. I do like worker placement games, man.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they can make this different.
Yeah, let's flip it over. Take a look at the back. It's a little sneak peek at the art style. I really like it actually. I like the very painterly look it has, like watercolors.
Yeah, the way that the images itself, the way they use the colors, it definitely looks like this. Obviously artificial, but it's very reminiscent of acrylic on like canvas. You can even see like that kind of texture.
Yeah, not watercolor. Sorry, it's got the texture from the acrylic paint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's flip it over. I was thinking Bob Ross. I've been watching a lot of him lately. It tells me chill.
Sit down and blanket.
Happy trees, man. Happy trees. All right, flipping it over here. Flipping box top off.
Rule book, good thing to see.
Yep, we will go over this later.
I like to know rules.
Looks like pretty short. We've got tokens
with country symbols. Wonder how that plays into it.
We got a key.
Yeah, key to the city. That is what you're competing for.
There's two of them though.
Matching
Twice
punch sprues.
All right, that's okay. Here's the board. Looks like we got a pretty nice board. Flip this in here. It is double-sided.
Ooh.
So there's like a.
You got your different map. You got your like. Ooh. Not isometric, but like top-down.
Yeah.
Architectural view.
Yeah, it almost looks like a D&D map.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's how I know this visual.
I'd totally do that. But there you go, see the top of it. Again, this is more of the top-down look of the city. Got your time, your turn counters and stuff down here. And then flipping it over, we've got the more...
Same board, but then this is like... just a different aesthetic, which I guess is cool, like, depending on your...
Yeah, which one you prefer, yeah.
It looks like actually it's a little laid out a little bit differently.
Yeah, I think it is slightly different. It would make sense that they would do that. So, yeah, because you have like these these 5 blue sections are different than those.
Huh. So maybe there's a difference in difficulty or a slight difference.
Maybe
in
number of players too. I'm not sure.
That's a fair idea.
All right, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, let's keep going here.
Catch my immediately a bag full of tiny bags.
Yes, we do love the extra baggies just for storage of stuff. Cause,
I mean,
it makes it
things
easy.
are already pretty. Oh, I guess no for tokens.
Yeah, tokens.
You need them for.
And maybe cards or whatever. So
yeah,
and there's all your
they pop them out.
blocks and stuff. These look like the resources.
Yeah, probably wood, something like that.
Ooh,
glass.
Ooh,
maybe just like some other kind of
some
marker.
clear cubes. That's kind of neat.
So there's some kind of dice mechanic as far as like where it comes from.
Oh,
it looks like
resources you can gather.
Old stone, marble, wood, and glass. I would wager.
Yeah, which makes sense if
iron.
you look at what you got here.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yep.
Nifty that there's a dice mechanic. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, we've got looks like the player, or no, this is the people that visit town probably.
I think these are.
Yeah.
Because I think these are the people that travel through town, because different.
Or I mean, for the turn, they were like the big. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Here's a couple more travelers.
I bet these are like your architectural like artisans. They go over on the side there, and you have like your novice and your grandmaster or whatever.
I'm just looking because those guys.
Yeah.
Look like they fit here.
Basic, grand. So these are like.
And then on the back it says 2. So I'm guessing there's grandmasters and basics.
You can customize different like overrules, like depending on who you got.
And then we also have these travelers that kind of show up here.
Yeah, people who move into town and events that takes place in the town.
Yeah. Okay.
Those will be like random effects and new rules for the turn.
And then these are more the people that... Yeah, okay, cool.
Tells you what you need to build, because, you can't have an armorer if there's no forge from your work.
And then we also have, it looks probably like, I'm guessing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 6 of these bad boys.
Are they just rules reference, or are they little screens?
They are little DM screens, as it were.
Ooh.
So they pop up. Like
Hide your stuff real good.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I like that it's slightly tilted back.
Yeah.
To like hide from your neighbors.
Yeah, but it's got all your basic stuff here for building. The requirements for building them, the cost associated with all that.
That seems pretty straightforward, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So those are the resources. And, I like it. That's cool.
Cool. Well, that's pretty much everything in the box, and just because we always do, we always look underneath. That's just the cardboard. Nothing hidden underneath. We have found some hidden things before, but we like to double check. Let's go ahead and cut real quick, and then take a look at the rules. All right, here are the rules for Builders of Blankenburg. Interesting name, by the way. A couple things we did note. There are 6 player screens.
But it says 2 to 5 players?
Yeah. There are rules in here for up to 6 players. So.
I don't know why they wouldn't just say 2 to 6 players then.
I think that because of the resources, and we'll get to that. So let's take a look inside real quick. As you can see here, it's all full color. There's only about 10 pages of rules total.
And it seems fairly straightforward as far as the rules themselves. Like, there's a lot of text.
Yeah, it looks dense, but it's really not complicated. Goes over your initial setup here, talks about the cards. One thing we do want to mention, it is kind of like a worker placement, obviously worker placement, resource management game. But the workers are basically you, because you're determining what you're building.
Yeah, where do you spend your resources and what do you build?
But they have these new visitors that show up randomly. They're kind of like randomly assigned workers. They're not workers so much as like they give you extra resources.
It's random.
Yeah.
Randomized by the deck what buildings are going to pay out income.
Yeah. So
you can build a chapel, but if no priest comes in, you're not going to make any money off of it.
Yeah.
So I like, and by the events as well, is also semi-random. So you can have a plan, but you don't know what resources are going to be available to you on next turn, and you don't know who's going to be coming into town to pay out your rent and stuff. So I like that is obviously that kind of like Euro-style heavy strategy economic game.
Yeah.
But there's also this degree of unpredictability that
it's different.
Makes you have to be adaptable with your strategy.
Yeah, you can't just be set in your way and not react to how what the game state's changing. It's going to be changing every turn with new visitors and stuff like that. And they hang out until you build something. So eventually they go to the end though. So anyway, that's some of the cards. The gameplay is super easy. There's a bidding phase, a building phase, income phase, and a market phase. The bidding phase is you're going to determine what resources are available using the dice that we saw. And there are 5 different types of resources: wood, stone, glass, marble, and iron. And then 6th is nothing. That's the blank. That's the most brutal resources of them all. There's also, you bid using the silver you accumulate, which it's a really simple bidding kind of mini game.
Whoever has the most gets first pick of the resources, and so on and so forth down the line.
Yep. But you actually get gold back too, so it's not entirely lost to bid a bunch. Moving on from there, we have the building phase. This is when you're going to spend those resources you just acquired in the bidding phase to construct buildings. Again, like we mentioned earlier, you can do stuff like build a shop or build a church or things like that. And those are going to generate income whenever a visitor arrives that is appropriate for that building.
If a visitor arrives.
If they arrive. There's also the different districts here, which are kind of a big deal. There's a limit to the number of things you can build in those districts.
Right. You can't just fill a town with churches, because that doesn't make sense.
Right. There's got to be places for people to work and stuff like that too. The income phase, that's just going to determine when you flip over the top card from the event deck. Events will happen. Those things like blizzards, it's going to cost you a silver per building you own, or it's going to be other good events too. And then there's also going to be the visitors again show up. There's also a marketplace phase. If you guys are rolling the dice, there's a random chance that you won't get the resource you need. So you can actually go to the marketplace and purchase plans for buildings, and also purchase resources at a fixed rate. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's at a fixed rate, where as opposed to, say you luck out and there's like 2 wood available and you only bid 1 silver, but you're getting pick and you grab that, as opposed to what I imagine is.
I think it's 2 per, or 1 silver for some things and 2 per for others. So, anyway, the end of the turn, what happens there is you just wrap up through the marketplace. Any resources that are left there stay there until the to a maximum of 3. So, and the game actually ends when there's two end game conditions. 1, no more room for buildings, or 2, no more room for visitors. Yeah. So, and then you're playing for basically essentially victory points. So your prestige, which you can lose. There's your resources amount, your gold and silver, and the type of structures you build as well. So that can vary into how you win. On top of that, we have the 2-player games. There's that variant, Bachelor Builder. There's also the alternate board. Again, to flip it over, it's different zones.
The main thing is that it looks like it's a little bit. There's more space overall, and there's a couple overlap spaces. Like this space can be filled with either a civic or residential building.
Yeah, we saw
a little bit of overlap.
Or was it this page? We saw that had red and green borders mixed, so you could do either. But yeah, you can go up to 6 players and stuff like that. So it talks about extra rules for that too. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for. And this FAQ has a couple examples and stuff for gameplay. So answer your questions like that too. But it looks like a fun little game. I'm curious to try this one out, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty sweet. Let's hop out for a really quick recap. Well, that was the Builders of Blankenburg. Pretty cool looking game. I like the art style on it. The mechanics are a neat twist.
It's a familiar kind of game, but they present it in a new way. If you have other sorts of games that are ostensibly like this, it would not be just another one in your collection.
Right.
It's something different.
It's a good twist. Yeah. Well, let's run some numbers on this bad boy real quick. This is from Cobblestone Games. What's the price point on this one going to be?
This is $60 flat.
Cool.
For the average kind of full-size box board.
Sweet. And we are talking 2 to 5 players. What's the game length going to be on this one?
Between an hour and a half, depending on that. We're in that 2 to 5 range.
Right on. And it is 14 and up, so keep that in mind too.
Yeah, pretty heavy game. Not for any content reasons, just the depth of strategy.
Right. It's definitely going to be a bit more strategy. There's no adult themes in there, but 14 and up recommended. You can probably get away with 12 and up, but don't eat the pieces. Well, this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. I'm AdamHarry from Bella Souls.
And I'm Drake with Dragons Eye Comics and Fantasy.
Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.